So first we go to import. I think all of you know this, and we select the homework base, okay? But beforehand, be careful that your measurement is in centimeter, okay? So this is now in centimeter, okay? And by the way, if you want just to change it, you can right click on this centimeter and go to unit setting, okay? And change it into any scale that you want in any unit. Or you can go to tools and from options, that all you know, go to units and change it again, okay? But since it is in centimeter, I will go and import the base drawing, homework for base drawing, okay? I will open it and it will just ask me, you know, in which unit you want it to be. So it is in centimeter, so everything is okay, and I press and hit okay. So we have everything here. So I again write distance to see whether the dimensions is true. It is written 960 centimeter, yeah? And if I just go to my AutoCAD, I will see that it is 960 centimeter there too. So is it clear till now? So if I just want to zoom extend, if I just want this drawing to appear in all my windows here, I right click on this button, zoom selected. But first you just need to select everything. So zoom selected, right click on it, brings everything to all, you know, windows that we have here. I go to top view and I want to work on this elevation, yeah? So what I just want to do, what I can do, I just rotate this one. I select this. Okay, what's this? And rotate 3D, okay? And then it asks for an axis. I want my drawing just to rotate around this axis, okay? And from here, 90 degrees. Since my ortho is on, okay, it is going by 90 degrees. So let me just open also this spotlight so you can see my mouse better. So from here, I just move it and bring it to the side. And I want just to work and build, you know, the surrounding walls first. What was the dimension and the length of the building? I remember it was 960 centimeter because we just, you know, measure it. Or you can just write distance again and look at the distance here, 960 centimeter. So you can just select these two and extrude curve, okay? Yeah, there is a problem in the curves that we have built beforehand. So because of this, there is an error that is occurring here. So do it one by one. Yeah, there is a problem in this actually, you know, curve. So maybe it is not closed. Let me just copy this one and see what is the problem. Okay, I write copy and bring it to the side and explode this one with this icon here. Explode this and see whether all of them are okay. I don't know what happened. I joined them again. There is a problem. Okay, let's just draw another curve on it. Maybe there is an open corner somewhere that it cannot extrude, or I don't know the real problem of it. I just redraw it. Okay, I redraw the curves. Either I can finish it here, or I can type C on top. You can see that I just wrote C and press space. It will close it to the first beginning point, okay? And then I bring it back here and select the black curve that I just redraw and this one and extrude it. Okay, can you see? It just happened. There was a problem with that curve, so maybe you just sometimes need to redraw some of the curves. What was the dimension of it? 960 centimeter. Yeah, I will just write it. So I extruded it 960 centimeter. Let me just bring it to top. So what is the next thing that I can do? So I'm just going to copy this drawing and bring it to the left in order to not ruin this drawing. So I can just from here delete unnecessary stuff that I don't want now. Now I just want to go work on the door and the steps. Okay. So let's keep the stairs first and delete the rest. I just rotate this. Okay, rotate normally. I go to top view. This is selected, yeah. So I just rotate it like this. So I rotate it from top view 90 degrees. Okay. So now I have it here. So what I can do is just to take this one and move it and take it from the corner of this part and bring it to the corner of this part here. Do you see? We have it now here on the side of this extrusion. Now we can easily extrude these parts. Yeah. What can I do now? I just go and let me just first change the color. The colors are a bit not appropriate. I change it to black to make it visible. And this one's also, maybe I change them to red, maybe a blue one. So I just select these two curves, and how much was it just popping out of the building? I just come to the drawing. I just looking this distance here. What is the distance here? 10 centimeter, yeah? So I select these two curves and extrude them 10 centimeter. Yeah. By the way, you can just make a new layer here, okay, and call it, for example, 3-dimensional, okay, 3D. And you just bring it out. And you can just change the color maybe to something else, like I did previously. So I select this and this one and send it by right-clicking on the 3D layer and change object layer. Okay, so I change the layer. I want an opening here. How can I just make an opening here? So it is very easy. I take the inside curve that I already used it for the extrusion of the frame of the door, and I just extrude it. How much do I extrude it? You know, it depends on me. Be careful that it's not passing the other side of the wall, because when you just Boolean it from other side, it will also Boolean. So I just bring it to somewhere like this. It doesn't matter how much. And then, you know, the command Boolean, yeah? Boolean difference. So I select, what does it ask? Select surface or polysurface to subtract from. I just want to subtract from this, yeah? And press OK. I press the space or right click and select this one that you just want to subtract and press space. So now this is open, yeah? So you have the frame very easily, and you have opened the door by using Boolean. Let's go to the window that we are going to do. This time, let's just do the Boolean thing. I mean, just extrude the curve, okay, like previous time that we did, and do the Boolean difference. I select the building again and take it out from this side. Yeah. And we have a frame around it, isn't it? So this is not a closed curve. So what I need is just to redraw it again and close it. Yeah, now this is a closed curve. So I can select these two. And how much was it just popping outside? I go to top view again, and I measure these parts, yeah? Or from the side view, from here, yeah, there is actually, it's not visible here. There is a mistake in this drawing. So I just extruded this curve. I select this curve and this curve together, not this one, this one. With control, you can deselect, okay? I select these two curves and extrude them. So how much was the frame? For example, let's say it's 5 centimeter. Yeah, by the way, I'm sorry, it was the frame of the window. So we need just to Boolean this actually curve from the building. So I extrude this one. I just misunderstood it. I just extrude this again. Okay, and Boolean difference. Select this building, this one. Yeah, did you understand my mistake? I needed to Boolean this one because the inside two curves will become the frame of the window, yeah, the frame of the glass. So if I just select these two curves and extrude them, okay, and give it, for example, 5 centimeter, you need just to go and check from the drawing. I just didn't want, I wanted to make it fast, but it's always better to go and so distance. So it is 8.5. Okay, we don't have to make the exact thing here. So we just a bit abstract it. So by this icon here, zoom window, so you can zoom in a window that you're defining like this. Okay, I just wanted to see this part. So I just zoom inside because sometimes, you know, RHINO, yeah, it becomes very difficult to zoom in or out in RHINO. So you just need to go and work with such a command. So I just extrude these two curve. Extrude these two curve. What was it? 8.5, yeah, 8.5. And then I select this one, move it. I just go to the midpoint of the frame and bring it to the midpoint of this opening. So this becomes the frame here, yeah. By the way, there is something here that if you just go to top view, you can see that there is something that is coming out here. So this is this part that is just coming out. So I'm sorry, I just go to my perspective. By pressing Control and Tab, you can just change the window, okay? I just by pressing Control Tab, going to top view, front view, right view, and perspective. Or you can just double click on it and go double click on the window that you want. But yeah, sometimes I go with Control and Tab. So you can just select this curve here. And how much was it just coming out? We didn't just measure it, yeah? So I can just go to top view again and measure this distance. I think it's 5 centimeters. Yeah, this is 5 centimeters. So by Control and Tab, I go to perspective view. I select this curve and I extrude this 5 centimeters toward out. How about, but there's a problem. Do you see this problem? Why is it just happening, guys? Any answer? It's not becoming solid.
It is not a closed curve.
Yes, that's true. So what we need to do is just add another line here, from here to here, and then select these curves and write join or J. Okay, it will join it, or you can just redraw it with this polyline here. But yeah, both are fine. So you select it again and extrude the curve for 5 centimeters. Yeah, I write 5 and enter. So it becomes like this. So we have done this part. If you want, you can also draw a glass, okay, for this window. So we have this curve, yeah? So you can just extrude this curve for 1 centimeter, for example. I write 1. And then you can just take the corner, the midpoint of it. I again go to zoom window and zoom to the corner of it and select this one and move it from the midpoint to the midpoint of the frame. So this is how it looks just from here. How about the staircases? Okay, so we have the drawings here. Yeah, I just move them from here and bring it to this part. Yeah, this is the front view and the left view, or I don't know, the front view and the right view, it doesn't matter. I mean, this is the side view of this staircase. So now easily you can just select this one and write extrude curve and extrude it till here, yeah? But how about the underneath parts? It's a bit inside here. So what you need is just to take this one, okay? And how much it's just going inside, you just write distance again. Look here, distance. It's 8 centimeters, that this is coming inside. So you select these two lines, move it, bring it 8 centimeters inside. Okay, I wrote 98, 8 centimeters inside. But we cannot extrude these two lines. Why? Because it is not a closed curve. So if I just extrude them, it becomes two surfaces. Yeah? So what I need to do is just to go and draw again 2 lines here and then select all of these 4 lines and join them. When you join them, it becomes a closed polyline. And then you can just extrude it extrude this until where? Until this part, yeah? Until this part. So this becomes the first step that we have. The other step, we can just take these two parts and copy these two, okay? And take from the corner of it and bring it to here. So we have this one, but the problem is that this is much longer. It should just come to the ground. So what can I do? I can just draw a line from here on x-axis, yeah, on the x-axis. And then I can just select this one and write scale 1D, okay, one dimension, you just want it to be scaled. I scale it, okay, from where? From here, I want it to be scaled to here, yeah? So you need just to select the beginning of the scale, the origin part, so the end of the object, and bring it here. So if you just select the second point as the midpoint, for example, you know, here, when you just bring it here, it just gets scaled according to this distance only. So you just need to select the whole height of this, okay, and bring it here. So we have these two steps here too. What can we do here? Yeah, we can go, I mean, similarly to the other side of the building. What should I do? I just come here and select these sides of the building. Okay, what should I do? I first rotate them. Rotate 3D. And then I just want to rotate it around this axis. So it just rotates around this. Since it is ortho again, it will become 90 degrees rotated. And then I just copy this one, copy, and bring it here. Okay, I don't want this anymore. I delete this one, this part. So I just select these parts and rotate it. You can do rotate 3D or rotate by itself. If you just go for rotate 3D, this time your axis should be from here to here, yeah? It should be on the Z axis because you just want to rotate it around this axis. So I rotate it like this. And then I just select everything that I have here and move it and bring it to, of course, I should just bring it from other reference points. From here, for example, this corner. I just take it and bring it to this part. So again, I have the position of the window here. So I can just select these two curves for the frame, okay? And only this one for the Boolean. So I go for the Boolean first. I write Boolean difference. I'm sorry, I need to first extrude this part. Extrude this part. I write Boolean difference. I select the building and the inside geometry. So this is now open here too. Yeah. And here I extrude this for 5 centimeter. And these two curves again, I extrude them for 8.5 centimeter to become the frame. And I move it from this midpoint to the midpoint of this opening here. And how about the glass of it? I just extrude this for 1 centimeter. I move it. I move these parts, this glass from the midpoint to the midpoint of the frame. So I think we have the exterior parts. So we just need to go for inside. But yeah, we have another part here. If we just go to how much it is inside. Let's go with distance. This is 50 centimeter from this side, and here this is 15 centimeter inside from this side. So what can I do is just to draw a line here. Okay, I need just to zoom extend this one. I delete this part. I don't want it anymore. I delete unneeded stuff. So I need, the base part of the building that is 15 centimeter inside underneath from each side. So how can I do that? The first thing that I can do is just I have the height of them. I move them and bring them to here. Okay. So I draw 2 lines again from here and here. And I join them. Okay. So what is the distance of it? Oh my God. 329.743 centimeter. It's not that much. Good. But what can I do is that I just draw another curve, or I just can select these 2 points from here and move it 15 centimeter to the right, yeah? 15 centimeter to right. And I select again these 2 points and move it 15 centimeter to the left, okay? And I just move it toward the y-axis, okay, toward the y-axis 15 centimeter, okay? So toward, I just select this one and move it. It's not moving. Okay, 15 centimeter inside. And I just extrude it. How much should I extrude it? Until the end, it is written here, if you just pay attention to this part here underneath, until the end, it becomes 945 centimeter here. It's written here, yeah? But I want 15 centimeter less, so it becomes 930 centimeter, yeah? So now if you just look at it, it is inside, okay? But yeah, the problem is that we didn't just bring it inside 15 centimeter to this side. Yeah, let's go with a much more simpler way, guys. Okay, let's go with something much more simpler. So we have the base of the building, yeah? We have the base of the building. I can go and draw a rectangle here underneath, okay? and then select this curve that I just drew and offset it for 15 centimeter. Yeah, the distance, I go to distance and here write 15 centimeter. Okay, it should be 15 here. And then I just click inside. So it will just be offsetted 15 centimeter from all the side of the building inside. So I just select this curve and extrude it until the height of this line here. So it will become 15 centimeter inside. How about the frames, the windows and the frames that we have here? So I want just to take off all these two-dimensional drawings, all these lines, because I mean, it becomes very complicated and very confusing. So how can I just only select the curves that we have previously also talked about it? You can open filter by clicking this part at the bottom. If you just press this filter, this selection filter just pop up, yeah? So from here, you say, okay, I don't want to select, surfaces, polysurfaces, okay? Since we don't have any meshes here, it will not be selected by default. So when you just deselect these two surfaces and polysurfaces, when you just select everything here, okay, all the things that will be inside this window that I just selected will be selected except the surfaces and polysurfaces. So I can just easily delete them. Look, whatever that has remained are the surfaces and polysurfaces and the polysurfaces. So I just select them again, so I can just select these. If I just deselect them, I cannot select these. Okay, so these need to be selected. I just close it again. So where was that? It was here in filter at the bottom part, filter. So this is very useful. You are going to use it so often. Now I'm just going to draw the frame of this side. Okay, so we have it here. So what I just need to do is just to select the part that I want to make. Okay, I don't want all details. I just copy it, take the reference point from here, bring it for me to this corner here. Yeah. So I just want to extrude these curves, but they should all be closed. This is closed, this is closed, this is not closed. Yeah. So you need just to select these ones and join them. This is not closed to. Join this two. Okay. And how about this curve? So you just need to have a frame. If you just want to make it separately, all the frames, you just need to. So one way is that since this is completely mirrored, so this is symmetrical, if we just make half of it, we can just do the rest of it. Yeah, you just, I think you all believe it. So I just delete all unwanted curves. I just come here and I redraw the frame, the parts that I need to extrude. I redraw the top part, like this triangle, okay? And how about this part? We don't have this part too. I redraw this part too. And the inside parts are closed curves. So I just select all these closed curves and extrude them. How much you want to extrude them? 8.5, yeah? I extruded them 8.5. So we have half of the frames. So what I want to is the glass part. So I select the inside, not this one, the curve inside, and extrude them, make it 1 centimeter, and move it, and select them, and move them by doing these windows. Okay. I select the midpoint of them and bring them to the midpoint of these frames. So we have half of the frames and glasses. So we select everything that we have here, okay? All the extrusion parts, and extrusion parts. So I selected everything and I just write mirror. So by mirroring it, I just mirror it from here, yeah? I mirror it from here on this axis. If I just mirror it on this axis, it will be just here, yeah? So if I just press F8, you can just see that it will just mirror on this axis. So it should be on ortho mode. The ortho should be on. So I mirror it. So we have the whole frames. So what I just suggest you is that just select everything that you have here, okay, except the 2D drawings, yeah, because we only want the 3 dimensions. So I go to filter again here, from here, I go to filter. This time I don't want the curves, okay? So I deselect curve and select whatever I have drawn here as a frame and make the group. I write group. So later on you can just, you know, work with that much better. And then I turn this on again, this curve, and close it. So now if you just select this, you can move it and take it backwards. But how much you want just to take it backwards, it's up to you, okay? It's according to the plan. So we go here and look at this distance here. So this distance here is almost 60 centimeter, yeah? So I just move it according to this. I go to perspective again. I zoom select. I select the group and move it 60 centimeter. Be careful about the ortho mode, guys. It is very important. So I take it 60 centimeter backward. So this is now my frame that I have produced here. It wasn't that much difficult, yeah. About the backside, again, I have the backside here. I delete everything unnecessary here. Okay. So I need to bring this, rotate this. Actually, since this is mirror, this is completely symmetry, I don't even need to rotate it 360 degrees. So I just move this and take the reference point and bring it. Meanwhile, it's also very important when you're just doing some commands like this, you're applying, in between you can just go and select this zoom window and zoom inside the part that you want. And the command that you are doing is still working. It's in between. So I just brought it here. Okay, so what's gonna happen here is that we need just to add some parts, some solid parts here. So just opposite to the other side that we only extruded and Boolean difference in some parts. In this part, we need just to add a part to this. So what I need to do is just go to curve, okay? to polyline, and I just go to draw the part that I want to be, and I press C, which means close. It's this one, and it closes the curve. So when I just close the curve, I just select this one and extrude it. How much I should extrude it? It should be, again, you know, with the same thickness of these walls. Yeah. So it was 40. I just write 40 here, and I make it like this. And what can I do with the frames is that I just select the curve and this curve and extrude it. And how much it should be? 8.5. And I just move it from the midpoint of it to the midpoint of this part. So I have the frame here, and I extrude 1 centimeter the inside part of the frame and move that inside of the frame to be the glass of that window. So again, I want just to erase all the two-dimensional drawings here. I go to filter. I want to select only the curves. I deselect surface and polysurface. I select everything, so all the curves will be, I just delete them. Or sometimes, you know, if you just want to keep them, maybe you are going to use them later on, okay? You can make a layer here, okay? And for example, write it and save it as 2D, okay? Maybe with a color that you can easily understand. Okay, these are the curves. And then you can, when you have selected all the curves, you can go right click on this 2D and change object layer. So when the layer is changed, you can turn it off. So it will not obsess you anymore, all this. So whenever you just need them, you can just go and turn on this 2D. What I generally do is this one. I never delete the two-dimensional lines. I always put them in one layer. So maybe later I will use it. So I turn this off. So you can, now we have only the three-dimensional object here. So I select everything here. I go to 3D, right click on it, and change the object layer. So this is something like this. If I just go to rendered view, it becomes something like this. Of course, as I just previously showed you, if you just go to this material part, okay, I'm sorry, if you just extend this out, and if you just go to material parts, and the parts that you want to be like glass, okay, so what you need to do is that first, when you are on the three-dimensional layer, if you just pressing on this new sublayer, the layer that will be built will be under this one. It will be a sublayer. But when you just do this one, it will be, you know, a new layer that will be not sublayer of this one. But you can just take this and put it on top of this 3D layer. So it will become the sublayer of this one. By Control Z, I go back. So I want just, you know, sublayer for this 3D. So I make one here, maybe one more, not here, I'm sorry. So you should again select 3D and make another sublayer. So I just change the name of it by double click on it, by double clicking on it, or you can just right click on it and go and to this rename layer object, okay? So I want just to change the name to glass. So if you have this layer here, okay, as glass, you can then select all the glass parts here that you have created previously, okay? and come to glass and just change object layer. Okay. Here we have another class, but this is in group. So I just ungroup it. With pressing Control, I deselect inside glass parts, yeah, and then group it again. So the frames will be grouped again if I just select them, but the glass parts are not anymore. So you can just select these all classes and by pressing Control G or writing group, make it a group, and then coming on top of this glass and right click on it. Generally, you can see the layer of a object when you are in properties mode, okay? When you select something, when you're in properties mode, it shows you that it is on the 3D layer. But if you just want to change it and bring it to glass, you just need to select them, come to glass, right click, and change object layer. So we have moved all the glass layers, glasses, into glass layer. So if you just come to material and from here, you just select glass, okay, and say okay. So everything will be open like this. So you have the glasses here, but these are transparent completely. So maybe you have this frame, okay. Yeah, I will just go with materials later on, but you just understood the general idea. So maybe you can again select these steps and pressing Control G or writing group, make them group and change them to this layer, change object layer and double click on it and write, for example, stairs. So what we need, what is remain is only the inside partitions of the buildings, yeah? So how can I do that? I think in your fifth homework, in homework 5, you had that loft shelter, yeah? So what can you do is similar to that. So you can come to plan view, okay? So what you need is just to extruding the walls coming outside of your ceiling, okay, your roof. And then you can boolean it. So what I do, I just go and doing this rectangle mode here. With rectangle mode, I just make closed walls here. One here, one here, and maybe we have this part from there. Yeah, actually, this we should just move them 5 centimeters inside to come 5 centimeters. Oh, okay, doesn't matter. We have those parts here. So the only inside walls are the ones that I just draw. So I select these interior walls that I just made them as closed curves, okay, just rectangles. I select all of them, okay, make them group because selecting them one by one is a bit difficult all the time. So I just made them groups. So maybe I can change the color of the walls. So because the selection color in RHINO is yellow, so maybe we can change the color. to something else. So you see, screen is not good. So when I just select this one, these are actually selected, these yellow ones. I just draw them. So I just need to bring them inside this building, okay? How much should they be? So first of all, what is the height of the building? Okay, so the distance, I just look at the height of the building. Okay, it's 440 centimeter. So this need actually be at least 440 centimeter. Of course, you have 40 centimeter for the slab here. So at least it needs to be 400 centimeter or 4 meter. Why? Because it needs to just to come out of these parts. So you can then trim them. Yeah. So let me just do it for you so you will understand it. But beforehand, I select this drawing. I copy this. I keep the original. I always keep the original. I never do the modifications on the original drawings. So I rotate this one from here. Okay, I just go to top view. I rotate this one, rotate normally, and rotate it in this direction. It's in the exact dimension that we have built our 3D model, yeah? So we have the reference points of the building. So when you just select everything that you have here, you can just move it, and according to the reference points, you can just bring it here. Yeah. So you can then check it if it is exactly on top of, I mean, your three-dimensional model. It's actually matching with your three-dimensional model. So it is matching now after just checking. So these are just matching. If you just go inside, they're exactly starting from this part. They're not exactly. Why? Let me just go see here. Yeah, I think it was because of the little error of the plans and sections and elevations. Yeah, I mean, elevations that we had on two-dimensional drawings. If they're just matching with each other completely, they should not, I mean, going outside of this corner. So it doesn't matter. You just got the general idea. I extrude them until where that it just comes out of the roof. I think you all just got it, yeah? It's very simple. I just draw all the parts, all the inside walls or partitions, and I just extruded them up. So what's next can be done, either I can go and trim them or use the Boolean split. So let's go with Boolean split. Okay. So I want to split these surfaces. Okay. Select surface or polysurface to split. Okay. The cutting surface or polysurface will be this one. Yeah. So when I just do this one, do you see this? All of these parts can now be deleted. Also, the inside parts will be deleted. Yeah. These are, I mean, extra parts outside. Yeah, actually it didn't happen here. Yeah, it happened actually, just like this. So if you just go inside, it becomes something like this. Yeah, of course, these are the doors. Then you can just turn it to maybe, yeah, I mean, the ghosted is okay. If you want, for example, you have the height of the doors, so you can just draw again some rectangles here, okay, and then extrude it. How much is the height of a door? For example, it's 210 centimeter, yeah. And then you have this one, so I just select this one and move it 210 centimeter top, so it becomes something like this. So it becomes like a door here, okay? And then you can again do that split thing again here. So you can just Boolean split, okay, this and this one, okay? So you can then easily delete these two parts. So you have the inside parts as well. So it becomes the door. So everything can easily be done with Boolean split. So we can then select this one and copy it. And bring it here. We can also bring it here. But yeah, here the wall thickness is just changing. So you can scale it with scale 1D. Yeah. How much you want just to scale it? You just scale it in this direction from here to here. So you have all the interior parts, you have exterior parts, and your building is something like this.